Another episode of the day. It's Ricky, and on this particular episode, we are talking about this article that came out of Bushiri's brother-in-law responding to the prophet who put his name out there and said that he was part of the people that who were named, particularly about the subject of sacrificing someone, because the particular young man that died that we spoke about not long ago. It's the Church Reality Check, the daily Christian commentary videos, and I thought, hey, I should come and give you guys an update. So Bushiri's brother-in-law here, if you don't know him, his name is Duncan Gwamba. The Gwamba is actually his name, his stage name. He's a musician, he's an artist, he's a hip-hop guy. Recently, a young man who is known, Martin, had passed away very recently. And he passed away and he said that he was under a spiritual attack, and he called this other prophet, and before you know it, the guy died. If you didn't see the story, please turn on your notifications. That's what some of these videos are out there for. So we spoke about that. Now, the interesting part is the update now, which is why I had to come out here. Ricky had to come out here and say, where is the story right now? The brother-in-law of Bushiri is not happy about what was said about him. He says Prophet Shepherd Bushiri's brother-in-law, Duncan Kwamba, has trashed the allegation connecting him and his family for having a hand in the mysterious death of fellow musician Martin. And so basically he is trashing these things that were said by the propheto, as I spoke about it recently. Okay, and he does show that there is a particular video that is out here. He says it is believed he is referring to the clip that was shared by the South African prophet whose names drops Bushiri, Kel, and Gwamba. And since this particular article that I'm reading here is from Malawi 24, by the way. Yeah, and also he says that Gwamba has since promised to take legal action for those connecting him and his family to this particular death of this particular young man. Now, he's saying he's doing so because he wants to clear his name. And so this is a problem. And so the man there is saying that, no, the prophet will feel the fire. No, in the first video when I made this particular subject, when I spoke about this whole thing, I was telling you what was around the story. So I just kind of broke down what are you going to find when you find this particular story. So I broke it down in pieces and just kind of like laid it out. Then I came back up with the update after I knew what Duncan was and after I heard about what Duncan was. Now, I gave an update about me finding out who the name was in reference to, only to find that it was Bushiri's brother by the name of Duncan, which is this gentleman here. So now this particular response that he's giving here is actually in combination between him and this other musician who seems to also be mentioned, K or something like that. And they both go for the same defense. The idea, we've been building our brand, we've been building our thingy, and so how can we be trashed like that, right? So they're kind of going for the same thing. And remember, the prophet had said that this was some of the conversation they had in the conversation with this particular prophet. And so the prophet was literally just reiterating what was said out there. And so now I didn't only see this response here. I also saw some Bushiri pages, and were making a defense in the same subject. And what they had done was they were talking about how is it that the brother still has the phone should be in the place of the police and the authorities and all that kind of jazz. They were kind of arguing that whole thing on that particular page, but they never answered the things that he is asking. I found that very fascinating, that they were just kind of dismissing it and saying that he should be arrested for tampering with evidence and whatnot, but they are not answering what was said. They are not answering. Do they care? Nah, they don't care. Okay, most people, they don't care about truth. They don't care about. I think they just want to defend. Even though what was said, it kind of needs answers. Okay, what was your relationship with Mandams? As I spoke about how the brother of Martin actually came out and he said the spokesperson of Bushiri was actually in communication with him, and he was supposed to meet him. There were all these meetings that were supposed to go on in the whole nine khachers. Now, the Prophet also did mention, no, things changed up after this person says he met these people. And so that's kind of like the down low of where we are right now, or what the story is around this. Thought I should give you guys an update on it. Yeah, the Bushiri's brother-in-law was not happy with what was said about him, and he thought he is going to retaliate very soon. He's gonna put out a lawsuit or something like that. I don't know. Will I cover that? Probably not. Done with this story. There's a lot of moving parts here and there, but I thought I should give you an update since we started with it. But hey, there are videos here that you might see, and I might just remove the video after, not because the video is wrong, but because I'm kind of streamlining so that the recommended, especially if I see a video being promoted a lot and I don't care for the video, I just wanted to talk about the subject, I'll stop it. For those people that say, oh, you just do everything for views. When those videos that I'm talking about, they were really flying off, kicking up to about 20,000 views. They were going towards 20,000 views. So I stopped them in their tracks. I don't care for that. I just wanted to talk about the subject and say, this is what's happening. It picks up too much steam, just cut it off and remove it. But I didn't, it's not like I was there saying things that are malicious. I was just telling you what was the breakdown. So in case you're looking for the stories and you don't have them, yeah, turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel. That's what those buttons are there for. Tricky, and I'll see you on a later on. Yeah, I'll be blessed. Other videos that will be done in the pinned comments, particularly the videos from the second channel. Yeah, I'll be blessed. Salute.